Here on Beacon Street near Kenmore Square is the Boston Book Annex. This privately owned small-used bookstore is trying to thrive in a difficult economic environment. On the sidewalk just outside the entrance, a few carts of cheap books are on display, while a large white sign reading "Books" in bold black letters is used to entice customers into the store. Inside the musty, dimly lit bookstore, used books are stacked on shelves everywhere, making it difficult to navigate the store's small rooms. David Fredette, the bookstore's owner and manager, explains some of the cutbacks the bookstore may have to make.
We might have to be open fewer hours. We used to be open, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we've cut back a little bit on that already, but we might have to cut back further on that.
Fredette says he has definitely seen a dip in sales over the past few months, and they've had to cut back on staff, a move affecting their hours of operation.
We're open 7 days a week, but we're open. It kind of varies now because of the fact we have fewer people working here. We keep it a little fluid.
Outside of the bookstore, the recent economic events are having an impact on his life at home. Fredette lives with his girlfriend in Roslindale and says that they are both making adjustments.
Just in case, we're starting, we were definitely eating at home more. I'm trying to bring my lunch every day to work, which is something I should have been doing in the first place.
On the other hand, Fredette thinks that the financial situation has had some positive impacts. The sudden change in the economy has forced him to make these adjustments, changes he should have been making before. However, he says he just didn't think about them until now.
I've actually, started taking the train a little more, which is good for the environment. It makes me feel a little better to do that. So, and contemplating getting rid of our second car, which is another probably positive thing. I always used to keep telling myself I should do these things, little cost-saving things, but it's just become a little more urgent.
He adds that the situation has forced them to alter their lifestyle, not only on how much money they spend, but what they spend it on.
But yeah, I think we're probably hanging out a lot more because we're having dinners at home a lot more. Things like cutting back on drinking because it's too expensive and not going out to bars all the time is probably good for my health. So
he says that used books is a big hobby of his and that he enjoys his current job for the flexibility. While he is aware that the job doesn't pay very much and he won't be making big bucks anytime soon, Fredette, who has been working here for nearly 20 years, just doesn't want to see the bookstore close its doors for good.
I'd hate to see, I've put a lot into the store over the years, having been here so long. I'd hate to see it go. And it's sad to see all the stores that have already closed. And I know people are still reading, so that's a good sign. But I would just hate to see the bookstores disappear. It'd be a very sad thing. Because that's what I do on my day off, is I go around to used bookstores.
While sales have dropped about 10% since September 2008, Fredette is remaining optimistic about the future. He says that even though everyone has less money, he hopes they will still have enough for a cheap read. Grant Mukai, WTBU, Boston.